Busquets finds Felipe Coutinho. Coutinho strikes it well. It falls to Leo Messi. And Messi takes advantage of the kind deflection. Felipe Coutinho. Coutinho turns his man brilliantly. Shoots. Felipe Coutinho. Take a bow, son, as he scores to give us the equaliser against Real Madrid. Hey guys, how is it going? It is S2G and welcome to the 12th episode of the Barcelona Career Mode series. Things are going really well for us, at least in terms of transfers. We've brought in Paul Pogba and Christian Eriksen to the team, and now our midfield is looking brilliant. Busquets, Eriksen and Pogba seems like the perfect midfield to me. We are still in the transfer window, which means we could still be going for more players, but I'm not really looking to make more signings unless we do decide to sell any of the first team players. So that's basically my plan for the remainder of this transfer window. We've got about 30 million left. Now, in terms of the games we'll be playing in this episode, we're probably going to be fitting in 4 games, Leganes and Girona in La Liga. But we've got the quarterfinals of the Spanish Cup against Espanyol. So a lot of content in today's episode. And if you guys are watching my videos for the very first time, do make sure to subscribe for more FIFA 19 career mode content. And of course, to show your support, make sure to drop a like as well, as it really helps the channel. And I just wanted to thank you guys for your insane support on this Barcelona Career Mode series. Every episode gets about 12 to 18 to 19,000 views, which is just crazy for a channel of my size. And I just want to thank you all for your support, really. I am really glad that you guys are enjoying this series so much. As usual, let's go ahead and kick off today's episode with a press conference. First question, don't sell Werner, give him time to adapt. And that is exactly what I'm planning to do, because yes, I did ask you guys whether we should sell Werner or not in the last episode, but the truth is, we've got to give Werner time to adapt. This is Barcelona, a completely different style of football to what Werner played in the Bundesliga for Leipzig. We've got to give him at least 1 season to try and adapt to our style of play, and then if he still doesn't succeed, we'll look to move him out. But for now, Werner will stay at the club and we'll keep giving him opportunities to prove himself and adjust to our play style. Alright guys, next question. What are your thoughts on replacing the aging Busquets potentially? Honestly, as of now, no thoughts at all. I feel like Busquets is here to stay for a very long time. He doesn't rely on physical attributes, so even if he does, you know, get old, his physical stats will go down, but they won't really make a difference because it's these technical stats that make Busquets a great player. So I'm really not interested in getting rid of him, and at least for the next couple of seasons, Busquets will be staying at Barcelona and we won't be looking for a replacement. Alright guys, final press conference of the episode. Suarez has dropped out of form from the start of the series. Would you consider replacing him this window? First of all, this window, Suarez is going nowhere. We've decided to give him the full season and I think he deserves that. First thing, I feel that statement is very harsh because Suarez at the start of the series was absolutely brilliant. If you guys do remember the first few episodes, he was balling out for us, scoring goals left, right and center. It's only lately he has had a very difficult patch and he hasn't been scoring goals for us. I'm really hoping he can get back to scoring ways because we know how lethal Suarez can be. So I'm gonna give him until the end of the season. And also look at those Champions League stats. He's played 6 games in the Champions League and has scored 5 goals. He's performing in the big games for us and I'm really hoping he can do so once the round of 16 begins. That is it guys for today's press conference. Again, as usual, if you guys have any press conference questions, put them down in the comment section below. Player of the episode goes to Felipe Coutinho. It was a tough one between both Coutinho and Messi, but Coutinho had a couple of goals and an assist over Messi's 2 goals, so had to give it to Coutinho. Again, he was brilliant against Madrid in the last episode. He scored in both games against them, got an assist as well, man of the match in one of the games, so deservedly so. Felipe Coutinho is your player of the episode. Alright boys, this is a very tough decision we'll have to make, whether to sell Sergio Roberto or not. He's been a fantastic player for the club, but the thing is, he hasn't really been great for me this season. I'll be honest with you guys, I expected a bit more from him and he just hasn't proven his worth. I kind of prefer Nelson Semedo to him. And the thing is, it seems like it was pretty 50-50 whether we should sell him or not in the comments and in the vote in the previous episode. So I'm going to try and get as much money as possible from PSG for this deal. And if we can get upwards of 50 million, I'll be okay to let Sergio Roberto go and bring in a world-class right back. Roberto is also world-class, but I kind of feel like he's just not good enough in FIFA 19. So let's counter with 50 million pounds. We know PSG has the money to afford these kind of transfers. Let's go ahead and see what happens. They're willing to pay 41.6 with a sell-on clause. Now, alright, so I'm going to remove the sell-on clause and counter with 47 million pounds. Let's just see what PSG come back and say. 47 for Sergio Roberto. We don't want this negotiation to fall through, so we're willing to pay the 47. And there you go. Sergio Roberto might be making his move to, of course, PSG. And if that moves goes through, there's only one player I want to bring in, and that's Joshua Kimmich, the 23-year-old who's one of the most versatile players in career mode. He can play right back, he can play centre mid, he can play centre back, he can even play CDM. He just feels like the perfect player for Barcelona. He's got high passing stats as well, and I really want to bring him to the club if we do end up selling Sergio Roberto. So he is one of my prime targets now. There is still time for the Sergio Roberto transfer to go through, so it's time for us to focus on La Liga. We're only 4 points ahead of Atleti, so we've got to get the job done against Leganes and hopefully pick up all 3 points. So let's get right into it. Alright guys, we're having to go with our second team for this one against Leganes because of fitness reasons and the Catalan derby against Espanyol being in like 3 days, and I want my full team fit for that. So I am taking a bit of a risk here, not playing the likes of Messi, but ultimately this is Leganes and our second team should still be able to get the job done. Nelson Semedo, we're already looking really good in this game early on. Cross to Werner, and Timo Werner scores for us within 3 minutes. Nelson Semedo having instant impact. You know what, the new right back, if he does come in, which is Kimmich, who we are looking to sign, he's going to face stiff competition from Nelson Semedo, because even Semedo is a fantastic right back. That cross was brilliant. I've always had a problem with Semedo's final product, but this time he delivered a brilliant cross. Timo Werner didn't really have to do much because of the quality of the cross, but it's nice to see Werner scoring because he has been struggling with confidence here at Barca. So nice to see us lead 1-0 so early on in the game. Malcolm now to Timo Werner. Artur might have a chance here. Gets the shots off. Big save from the opposing keeper. I am actually going to be switching these two players around. Dembele to play as my left winger and Malcolm as my right winger. I just prefer it that way. Now Malcolm finds Artur out wide. Here's Artur. Inside to Timo Werner. Christian Eriksen. Fake shots. Inside. Goes for the strike, decent attempt, but straight towards the keeper. Finds Timo Werner. This is where Werner is very dangerous, and this is where we are really dangerous. Look at this counter-attack. Here goes Malcolm with the pace. Still Malcolm. He ruins the attack with the fake shot. I was trying to get it onto his left foot. I should have just gone with a shot with his right. This is not looking good. Big chance for our opponents. He should be offside. He was certainly offside. Come on, that is frustrating. I want to take a look at the replay because he 100% seemed to be offside. You guys can decide. Is he offside? I think his left foot is definitely offside. Come on, game. That's unfair. Inside now to Eriksen. Back to Dembele. Dembele strikes it so well. Brilliant goal from Ousmane Dembele. He's been a brilliant provider this season. He hasn't really had the luck with goals, but this time he comes clutch with a really nice driven shot. Driven shots this year aren't that overpowered as last year, but this one was brilliant. Just look at the link-up play between Eriksen and Dembele there. It was brilliant, and then Ousmane Dembele with a finish that was as perfect as it gets to put us into the lead. I'm so glad, guys, we managed to get the result. La Liga lately has just been getting even more difficult. 3 points here is a massive relief. I'm just hoping Atleti continue to drop points because right now they're very close to us. Just 4 points behind, but a solid result beating Leganes 2-1. Oh, this is just perfect. Atletico Madrid have dropped 3 points in La Liga, which is great, which means we are now 7 points above them. That is just amazing. Let's hope we can continue picking up wins in La Liga and increasing our lead at the top. Real Madrid still out of the top 4, which is very interesting. Anyways, up next we've got a game against Espanyol in the Spanish Cup. First leg being away from home. It's certainly going to be a challenge, but I really do want to get to the semi-finals. Of course, the goal of this season is to also try and win the treble, so we've got to try and get to the finals of the Spanish Cup, and Espanyol are in the way. We don't have much news on Sergio Roberto as the deal still hasn't gone through. As soon as the deal, if the deal goes through, we will make a move to sign Joshua Kimmich. Here we go, Barcelona versus Espanyol away from home at the RCDE Stadium. It's certainly going to be a heated affair. The last time we faced Espanyol, we smashed them 4-0. I'm hoping for something similar. Sergio Roberto, this could well be his final game for Barcelona, which is going to be emotional because he's a player that I really like. Let's see how things go for him in this one. Riqui Puig also gets a massive opportunity. I thought that this was a cup game. I maybe should be giving chances to the likes of Riqui Puig. You guys want me to give you the chance, and that is exactly what I'm doing. And I also just put in Silicen into the lineup because I feel like he should be playing the cup games. Anyways, it's a strong team. Let's go ahead and get the win. Good flick from the Espanyol player. He strikes it well, and oh my god, that is a monstrous strike from Iglesias. I think, I do not know who he is, but wow, PK tried his best to get a leg to it, you know, with the sliding challenge, but the shot had so much power. We are 1-0 down to Espanyol. This is going to be a really tough game. It's a derby, so I should have expected it. We've got a solid team playing in this game, so we should be able to get the job done. But wow, what a goal, Espanyol. This could turn out to be a cracking game. Here's Suarez. Finds Messi. Brilliantly done from Leo Messi. Messi shoots, and Messi almost gets an extremely lucky deflection. Corner for us. Coutinho whips this one in. Paul Pogba straight towards the keeper. That should have been 1-0. In fact, it was Umtiti actually. Elastico from Paul Pogba. Finds Riqui Puig. Riqui Puig strikes it, but above the crossbar. Imagine Riqui Puig scoring in the Catalan derby to get his first goal for the club. That would have been a tremendous moment. Brilliant from Pogba there though. Man, I'm playing such bad FIFA. Espanyol have been the better side in this half, and they might have a chance to make it 2-0 here. Riqui Puig comes to the rescue with a clearance. We've got to improve in the second half, otherwise we may be getting knocked out of the Spanish Cup. I've made a bit of a formation change for the second half. We are now going to be using the 4-3-2-1 formation, and the reason why I've gone with this is I want my players, you know, the wingers, Coutinho and Messi, to be a bit more central because they're not getting enough space to cut in and shoot from the left wing and the right wing position. So maybe having them in narrow positions may work, and it also may benefit Luis Suarez. So let's just see how this works. I'm also bringing on Vidal because Riqui Puig was just not good. He was decent, but we need something better now because this is do or die. We've got to get a result here against Espanyol. So let's hope the changes and tactics work. Messi finds Coutinho. Back to Messi. Now Messi and Coutinho linking up a lot more, and here's Leo Messi. Messi strikes it well. Messi scores for us. It just always has to be Messi when we are in a position of danger, as Messi equalizes for us. And again, switching to the 4-3-2-1 formation means that Messi and Coutinho can interact and exchange passes a lot more often, and that's what has worked for us here as Messi equalizes. Let's go ahead and get the winner, guys. I know we can do it. Sees Pogba. Now Jordi Alba, this is brilliant. Jordi Alba whips in across to Luis Suarez. Come on, Suarez, you've got to be scoring those. Luis Suarez just can't seem to put the ball into the back of the net, and that was a golden opportunity for him. Let's take a look at that again. Oh wow, to be fair, the keeper made a sensational save, but still, Luis, you've got to be scoring those. Now Vidal waits for the run of Sergio Roberto, who's made the run. Now cross played into Luis Suarez. He misses another golden chance. Luis Suarez, what on earth are you doing? Look at this, even the game is pointing Luis Suarez out. He's had such a poor game. There you have it, guys. We've drawn against Espanyol. Luckily, we do have the away goal, which gives us a bit of an advantage in the second leg. But honestly, we should have won this game comfortably. Luis Suarez cost us the game. The amount of chances he's missed, it's crazy. It's honestly crazy. I'm so disappointed with Luis Suarez. There you go, boys. Sergio Roberto has been sold to, of course, PSG for £47 million. We do get a good amount of money for that transfer, and now we've got about 72 million to potentially bring in Joshua Kimmich. He's the only player I want. I consider him the best right back in FIFA 19, so let's try and sign him. Alright, boys, it is time to try and bring in Joshua Kimmich from Bayern Munich. He's valued at about £35.5 million. If we can get him for a similar price to what we sold Sergio Roberto for, I think it'd be a fantastic deal. So let's start off offering £40 million to Bayern for Joshua Kimmich. I know that is less, but I just want to see their response. Okay, they want 53.2. We can easily afford this transfer. That's some nice positive news. I'm going to be offering 47, the same amount we got for Sergio Roberto. Let's see what they come back and say. They want 50. Alright, you know what? I'm not going to negotiate any further. I'm going to accept 50 million for Joshua Kimmich. Let's get this transfer sorted. Now time to negotiate for his contract. Okay, Joshua Kimmich wants an important squad role. That's understandable. Now he's 85 rated, so I think that is very fair. 5-year contract, of course. That's just perfect. That's what he wants exactly. No release clause. Even he doesn't want that. That's great. He wants 125,000 pounds per week. He does want a clean sheet bonus. I'm going to remove that. Give him the signing bonus as well. Let's see what he comes back and says. Alright, he wants a bit of a bump in his wages. We are going to accept that. So we're getting Joshua Kimmich for 130,000 pounds and a signing bonus of 1,150,000. So yes, it's perfect. Let's go ahead and sign Joshua Kimmich, and it is a done deal. Joshua Kimmich is a Barcelona player. And there you go. The official announcement for the transfer has been made. Joshua Kimmich is now a Barca player. Let me know in the comment section what kit number should we give the German. We now have 2 quality Germans in our team, Ter Stegen and Joshua Kimmich. That is certainly nice to see. With that transfer of Kimmich, I'm officially concluding all our transfer business. I won't be selling any more players this window. I know Luis Suarez has been underperforming, but if I want to sell him, I'll do it next season, not now. For now, I'm going to keep this squad and I'm really happy with it. And even if Luis Suarez continues to underperform, we'll just bench him and, you know, switch formations and do something with like Messi, Dembele, Coutinho up front and so on. So that's basically my plan. We don't even have money to make any more signings. I'm really happy with the squad we have now. Let me know your thoughts on the transfer window we've had. We've brought in Eriksen, Pogba and Joshua Kimmich. We've really improved this team. Alright, we've got another Catalan derby, but the main story around this game is Joshua Kimmich's debut, and I cannot wait to see the kind of performances he'll be giving for the club. Also, Luis Suarez does start this game, which means I will be benching him in the upcoming game against, of course, Espanyol. I feel like he's just not in good form right now. So let's see what he can do in La Liga against lowly Girona. Hopefully he can score a few goals, get his morale up, because we need him to be firing on all cylinders when the big CL games come. But anyways, this is the team we are using against Girona in La Liga. Let's secure the 3 points. Joshua Kimmich's first involvement in the game. Finds Alenia cleverly. Now Jordi Alba out wide. Let's see what we can create from this. Cross played in. Come on, someone. Oh, this is not looking good. What a chance for our opponents. But that was absolutely brilliant from Matthias de Ligt. He's been so good. And I've said this multiple times. I'm so glad that we've signed him. He seems like the natural replacement to Piqué in a few years. He's that good. Alenia. Now Frankie de Jong. Luis Suarez. Suarez strikes it so well. He caught that one really well as well. But Girona keeper was well positioned and to make the save. Here we go, Suarez. Now in behind to Ousmane Dembele. Dembele, what a strike from Ousmane Dembele, near post. I don't know how he's managed to pull that off. He's had a tremendous episode, guys, let's be honest. But that strike just tops it off for Ousmane Dembele against Girona to give us, of course, the lead. We've got to take a look at the replay for that. Luis Suarez with the assist. But that was all Dembele. The power he got behind that. Just sensational stuff from the Frenchman. Alright guys, I'm making a bit of a change again at halftime. Hopefully this will help us create more chances. I'm going back to the 4-3-2-1, which we also used in our previous game. I think I'm going to make a specific game plan for this formation as well, so that we can, you know, switch to it on the go using the dynamic game plans feature. So we'll do that after this game. Eventually get it back, and we've given it right back to them. What on earth are we doing? This is terrible stuff, and oh my days, Girona have scored. One hell of a goal. La Liga is getting so difficult for us, man. We are conceding goals like this left, right and centre, and it's genuinely getting me frustrated. What a wonder goal from Girona that was. And there was nothing we could do. Again, terrible defending though from that right flank, or left flank I think it was. Kimmich should have been doing much better there. Now in behind to Luis Suarez. This could be one of our last chances of the game. Suarez does keep the ball. That's nice. Inside to Alenia. Now Ousmane Dembele. Back to Jordi Alba. Cut back inside to Malcolm. Malcolm gets the shots off. And what an effort from Malcolm for us to win the game in the 94th minute. Let's go, guys. Malcolm somehow managed to place the ball there. But the build-up for that goal was just gorgeous. And finally Malcolm, he nutmegged the player as well there. That was brilliant. as it does look like we will be winning this one against Girona in a Catalan derby. But what a game of football once again. La Liga has just been crazy this season for us. And there you go, we pick up another 3 points. The Girona players will certainly be frustrated, but to be fair, we were the better team and they just got lucky with that goal that they scored. It was a good goal though, but so glad that we've managed to pick up the 3 points. And also credit to Alenia, who I thought was brilliant in this game. Couple of big transfers going around the football world. Dortmund have signed Danilo Pereira for about £50 million. Look at this, Lazio accept £83 million bid from, of course, Manchester City for Sergej Milinkovic-Savic. Some really big signings. AC Milan have signed Kingsley Coman. Liverpool undecided between Busquets and Casemiro. Well, you're not getting Busquets. This is interesting. We've received a transfer offer for Jasper Cillessen for a fee of £20.4 million. Again, this is going to be your decision. Should we accept this deal or not? I genuinely don't know, because if we do, we will have to work really hard to quickly find a replacement keeper, and that is exactly what we will do. We'll probably sign someone young, someone like 18, 19 to, just be back up to Ter Stegen. That seems to be a good plan, but it's up to you guys to decide. Should we sell Jasper Cillessen for £20.4 million to buy a new youngster for the goalkeeper position? Click the I button on the top right of your screen to vote. Alright guys, we've created a new tactic to play with during the games, and using the dynamic tactics feature, we can use it on the go, and it's going to be this 4-3-2-1 formation. The reason why I'm using it is that it gives my fullbacks a lot more options. They can now actually push forward without interrupting our wingers. Coutinho and Messi, when they were out wide, my fullbacks didn't really have enough space to make runs inside. Now they do, and they can create chances this way. We saw it in the previous game where late on Alba assisted Malcolm, and that's exactly the plan. So we're going to use this formation, I think, a lot. Also, it is a tactic, so we of course will start with this formation, and then any time in the game we can just go ahead and switch to this one. So that is the plan. Now tactics, we're going to be on constant pressure because we've got to win the ball back as soon as we lose it. Offensively, I want to keep the ball, possession based football. That is my plan. And in terms of instructions, I want my fullbacks to make overlapping runs. I want Busquets to stay back while attacking. And I want Messi to stay forward, constantly creating an attacking threat. So this is basically my new tactic, and I hope it works out well for us. Alright guys, I'm actually running a bit late, so I will need to end the episode off right now itself. And we'll have the game against Espanyol in the next episode, and the transfer deadline day in the next episode, where you guys can decide the fate of Jasper Cillessen. So that is our plan right now. In La Liga, we still have a 7-point lead and things are going well for us in this competition. I do want to see the top scorers of La Liga, so let's go ahead and take a look at that. Messi is the top scorer, but this time he's got a bit of competition with Charles and Stuani. Messi hasn't been playing in La Liga for a while right now because of him, being played in the Spanish Cup and in the Champions League lately. So we're going to start playing him in La Liga very soon so we can, rack up his stats. Alright guys, it is time for you guys to vote for your informed player of the episode, and your nominees are Nelson Semedo. I thought he was great in this episode in the one game he played. Got an assist as well and was crucial throughout the course of that game. Important few months coming up for him. He's got to really compete with Kimmich for that starting spot. He's one of your nominees. Your second nominee is Ousmane Dembele, who had the episode of his life. He was so good throughout the course of this episode. You guys can vote for your choice by clicking the I button on the top right of your screen. And that, guys, is it for today's episode. We've brought in Kimmich in this one. We've won a few games in La Liga. Spanish Cup, though, is getting intense. I'm really hoping we can, of course, get to the semi-finals. But that's it for this episode. If you guys have enjoyed, make sure to show your support by dropping a like on this video, as that it will be much appreciated. If you're watching my videos for the very first time, subscribe for more FIFA 19 career mode content. And I'll see you guys very soon with another video on this channel.